What's up, fellas? The long-awaited phone call happened this morning. There's a little bit of bad news and quite a bit of good news. I'm going to start by saying this. No matter how you feel about the information you're about to get, I need to know from each member individually, whether that be in the group text, a phone call, or a direct personal text to me. Once you receive this information, if you feel like you don't want to go on with the club, I need to know, because if I'm going to keep this thing going, which I want to do based on the information I have now, it seems fair enough. But other people may not have the same viewpoint as me. So if you want out, that's fine. You know, I'm not holding you to anything. It's just your choice to make. But I need to know in a timely manner if you want out. And if you're going to stay in and you're okay with the option presented, I would also like to know. If I could just get everybody to firm up where they're at and if they're okay with it or if they're not okay with it, I would greatly appreciate it. It's going to help me out a lot. All right, so let's start with the bad news. Per the terms that the family has dictated, they haven't left him with a lot of options, and I think the plan he's come up with is probably the only one that's going to work. So the delay with getting us all the information wasn't on his end. He's been great to work with, surprisingly. I've got no complaints with the relationship that I've started with him. It seems to be working well, and he's staying on top of things. All the delays have been on the two sisters and them hashing things out between themselves. So here's the gist of it. One of the sisters' sons is getting into hunting, and he wants to hunt. The whole him becoming a member of the club is not a really viable option because for several reasons. One, he wants access whenever he wants access. He doesn't want to have to worry about disturbing other members. He doesn't want to have to worry about going to a mailbox to check in to see where everybody's at. And he wants kind of free reign access to the property. The other issue would be he wants to hunt with some family members and possibly some friends. So, and he's semi-local, you know, he'll be coming over from Buford. So I don't see how that could work with him being a member. He would just basically get to do whatever he wants. So what has been proposed is they're going to cut him out 86 acres. And limit or close our access to the gate at stand 16. That 86 acres I'll talk about basically what we're losing, I guess is the best way, and I'll include a picture somewhere in here. I'm going to try and edit a picture in. So the 86 acres, we're going to lose 16, 15, 14, and 13. And basically the hardwoods on the creek side to the property line, from the pond back out to the gate at 16, and just a little bit of the hardwoods on, I guess, behind 10 and 11. I know that sucks. Unfortunately, we're not getting a lot. I'm not saying that this is an ultimatum, but it's not how it was presented. But I think that's kind of what the situation is. If we, so the area highlighted in the red is the area they're talking about taking. I'll text you guys a picture of it here after this uploads. Sorry, the dog. If we don't agree to this, I'm fairly certain that just means they're going to find somebody else that wants the lease what we lease right now, less the 86 acres, which probably wouldn't be too difficult for them. So that's the bad. Now let's talk about the good, because there is some good. Number one being, Wise says he's not going to charge us any sort of increase for him taking over the management of the hunting lease, which was a big surprise to me. I was expecting at minimum a $5 per acre increase when he took the property over. So that's probably the biggest positive. I was really expecting upwards of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 of an increase on the lease this year when he took everything over. So that's super big. The other good news is he's going to make blackout dates and renegotiate the lease with the pine straw harvesters. So they will not be allowed on property between October and November, the entire month. So from October 1st to December 1st, they will not be allowed on the property. Also, they will not be allowed on the property during turkey season. Or pretty much turkey season. Turkey season runs like the 3rd to the 3rd, and we just said to make things simple from the month of April to the month of May. So that's pretty big. I'm happy about both of those things. With all of that information, I want to move forward. That's my take on everything. With the decrease in acreage, I think we should leave the vacant slot, the membership we're missing since Keith got out of the club. We'll leave that out and just go down to 14 members. And the money works out that way. You know, if we're losing 86 acres, that's going to be about the cost of one membership. So we're losing a little bit of acreage, but we're also going to not take on that member that's missing. That's what I would like to do. The other option is we explore getting some property that Dennis has been subletting to a guy. Hang on. Sorry, fucking dog. We could risk losing the lease and trying to talk to Dennis and see if he can get that property back that he's been subletting to somebody for 15, 20 years now, which he has been talking about for years and years and years, and it makes me super nervous. But you guys have to know, if that's the option or the route you want to take as a club, it's not guaranteed at this point. I have not explored the conversation, anything outside of, hey, would it be as a possibility if all of my guys we lost our lease, if we wanted to go over there with, if you guys had the money, could it be an option? And it wasn't a definitive yes. It was a probably, maybe we could, but that makes me nervous. The other thing is, if we don't renew our lease and we just let it go and this thing doesn't work out with Dennis, we'll lose. We won't have anywhere, because I've been looking. There's not another 1,000-acre tract anywhere to be found that I've found. If somebody else has got one they want to show me, I'm all ears, because I haven't been able to find one. I really think, well, my position is we go ahead and renew. And if we lose some members on the way, so be it. If somebody doesn't want to renew, I'm sure I could probably fill those spots pretty easily. So yeah, that's the basic gist of it. So just to recap, they want to give him 86 acres and change. He wants unfeathered access to the property. He wants to be able to bring guests, and he doesn't want to have to worry about other hunters. So there aren't really any other options that I've been able to come up with. without them cutting out that little chunk for them. So there's that, but they've agreed upon the he's going to stick with the rate we already had locked in on the previous lease. So that's fantastic news. No big increase there. It was just the $2 an acre that we were already expecting. Blackout dates for during season for the pine straw harvesters. Yeah, that's it. So take this information, talk amongst yourselves, which I'm sure you guys will want to do. Take a little bit of time and then let me know what you personally want to do. There's no way to really do this as a club, so I'm gonna expect all of you as individual members to let me know, hey, it's not the best situation, but it's what we've got to deal with, and I'm okay with it, and I would like to renew. Or the flip side of that conversation is, fuck that, I'm not happy about it, I'll go find another lease somewhere, I'm out. Which I understand. I mean, you got to make the decision for yourself. So if you guys have any questions, if you feel like I didn't cover anything, let me know. Call me. I know I kind of rode everybody's ass last year about my phone blowing up over stupid shit, but this isn't stupid shit. This is pretty serious. So if you got questions, you want to reach out to me and you think I didn't cover something, or you get just have a question in general about it, call me. I'll make time. And if I don't have time, I'll call you back. Send me a text message, whatever you want to do. That's it. Let's just make the best of the situation, fellas. I'm hoping we can keep this thing going. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. But again, that's my opinion, and I have no idea how you're going to feel about it as a whole. So look forward to hearing from you, and let me know.